Hi there. In this short video, we'll walk you through how to file an online application to the University of Manitoba. Here we're using an example of a senior high school student in a Manitoba school. We start off at the University of Manitoba homepage, umanitoba.ca. You will select admission and scroll down until you see the sections called undergraduate studies. Here you'll see that there's a number of menus here that you can learn about the programs we offer, admission requirements, and more. Highly encourage you to review all this information before you apply. But once you're ready, you're going to select how to apply, which will take you to the apply page. Here you'll see the two options right here. If you're here to begin your application, you're going to select find admission requirements and begin your application. The check your application status, you use it when you log back into your application that you have started, or you log back into the application that's already have been submitted and you want to see the application status. All right, here we're going to select begin your application. We're going to be selecting University 1 as the program of application. Here you see that there are more information related to University 1 here, including admission requirements, which is a PDF link here. If you want to learn more about admission requirements, you need to double click here and read more. There's also information about intakes and application deadline as well for University 1. Now, a quick note, if you are planning to start in the fall of 2021, we highly recommend you apply before May the 1st. This is so that your admission will come in time before the course registration starts in July. Okay, once you're ready to go, you're going to select start your application. If this is your first time, you will need to create an account. So here you need to enter your email address. This should be your personal email address, and you should have an access to this email address until the beginning of the term. For first name, last name, and birth date, this should match your official documents. For example, if you're international students, you want to make sure that this information match your passport. And then you're going to select continue. Once you hit continue, an email with the temporary PIN number will get sent to your email address. So you need to access that PIN number because you need it to enter back into the registration page here and activate your account. And that's where you will be prompted to create a new password as well. Since I already have an account created, I'm just going to return back to my account as a returning user. All right, once you're in the account here, if this is your first time into the account, you will select start new application to get your application going. But I already have one here in progress. So I'm just going to return back to continue on this application. Once you're in the application, you just need to fill out and complete all of the sections that you see on the left-hand side here. Starting out in the personal background, you notice that if information is required, you'll see the red asterisk here. You need to enter all of this information that are with the red asterisk. In the citizenship information, the student is a Canadian citizen and she has been living in Canada for a long time. So she's going to select Canadian citizen. If you're international student, for example, here you want to select will be applying for study permit as an option. All right, moving on in the program selection sections. If you are high school students, you will identify yourself as a direct entry, which is your applicant type. Okay, so you're going to select, put it in here. Once you've done that, you will be able to find the program that are eligible for direct entry applicant and the term of application. If you're a high school student, select regular as your type of applicant category. Moving on in the admission requirements here, make sure you review information about admission requirements. Once you've done that, select yes. The students in this example is a student in Manitoba. So I select Manitoba as the province. And here you'll see information that related to the curriculum that students are studying for University 1 program specific requirements. So we will require a minimum average of 70% over this 4 subjects, grade 12 English, grade 12 math, and 2 more academic grade 12 courses. Now, in addition to program specific requirements, overall, students also need to meet the general requirements. In Manitoba, that means students will need to have at least 5 full credits grade 12 courses. You see here that I have entering all of these full courses that I have done in the past with final grades here. This one, I already did it since last year. And these 3, I've just have done it in the last term. So all of these have final grades. But I'm taking one right now in the winter term, and I'm going to add it in here. And it's a math course. And I'm doing a pre-cal math. And this is where I'm going to have to enter an estimate grade that I think I'm going to get. And I think I'm going to get about this. The course will be done in June. All right, and this meets the requirement for grade 12 mathematics, so I'm going to save it. Now you see here that I have all 5 subjects listed, okay? And it also allows you to put a self-report average as well. So this means I add all of these grades up, divided by 5. Now, if you're concerned about the estimate grade, I just want you to know that in reality, admission team will be using your transcript that we get received from your school later on. So whatever you enter in the application will not have a huge impact when it comes to admission assessment, okay? So don't worry too much about this. And you can see that 81% is higher than 70% average required for University 1. So that's why I can say yes, that I have met the requirement. And here, if you're a Manitoba student, you're also required to enter a Ministry of Education and Training number, or the MET number. If you don't know this number, good idea to reach out to your school counselor right now, or prior to filing an online application. For example, in this case, let's say I don't know, so I'm just going to continue on. All right, in the education background sections, you just have to answer all of this question. This is my first application to the University of Manitoba, so that's why I say no here. I have also never registered for any university or college level courses, so that's why I say no, because I'm a high school student. Now I enter my high school information in here. Just want to show you a quick note. If you are from a school that has abbreviation or school spelled kind of differently, the way for you to find the school in our system is to use the identifier. For example, I'll use JH Bruns as a school, right? So I'm using the word Bruns because it's a common identifier for the school. You see that there's a lot of school with that identifier. So once I click continue, it will show me the whole list, and I can scroll down, and there you go. I can find the school here. I can just click, okay? Just a little trick for you. After that, it will ask you to certify that you compile all of the information, which is true. I say yes. Now this question asks if I have done any high school independent study. That means outside of a high school, in this case, outside of Sisler, and I have not, okay? If you are doing school Sisler, for example, courses, but it's done online, that is not considered independent study options, okay? So the independent study options are something outside of a school system. All right, so that's why I say no. In the advanced level coursework here, those of you who are doing advanced placement, dual credit, or international baccalaureate program, this is where you can declare. If none of this sound familiar to you at all, most likely you probably don't do any of these things. You can feel free to say none of the above. In the English language proficiency, if you declare on the application that you were born in a country outside of Canada, you will be prompted to submit a proof of English proficiency. There's a number of ways and waivers that you can qualify for. So you want to check here to learn more about our English language proficiency requirements. Now, in this example, the student has been studying at Sisler School from grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. So she has 3 years of education in an approved country in Canada. So she can use that as to meet one of the waiver for English proficiency, and therefore she will not need to worry about taking English proficiency test. Okay, so the student is selecting 3 years of education in an approved country. The sections you only need to find to complete these sections if you wish to share your personal information on this application with a third party, including your parent. That's why, for example, I enter it here. In the supporting documents section, this is where you can upload documents, such as proof of Canadian citizenship, proof of English proficiency. For this example, the students want to use a 3 year of studies. So the student would want to make sure that she gets transcript from school that outlined her enrollment of the 3 years of education. Hopefully she'll have the transcript ready to go when she filed this application, and she can just upload it right here. But if she doesn't have it at the time of application, that's okay too. She can continue and submit the application and come back and upload the documents later. In the declarations section, just review all of this information and accept the term of declaration and finish up the application by entering your name. Now, as you can see, if you recall, I did not enter my MET number. That's why I get a notification right here. So you can just click back into the sections and complete the information. Now, if you go back into the review sections, you'll see that that notification is gone. So now I'm ready to submit my application, okay? Or save it for later if you're not ready at this time, okay? So I'm now submitting an application. When you submit an application, once it's submitted, you will receive an email that notifying you that the application is successfully submitted. However, application require an application fee to fulfill and complete the process, okay? So this is why you can see that the refreshing page here led me to the payment page here. Now, for domestic students, application fee is 100 Canadian dollars, and for international students, it is 120 Canadian dollars. To pay, you will select and double click this open. This is where you can find you can fill out information about your online payment. At this time, online payment is the only option available. So you want to make sure that you have your credit card ready to go and enter the information right here. Once it's done, you're going to select submit payment. Once this is submitted and transaction gone through, you will receive an email that give you a receipt for the application fee payment. So that is it. Thank you again for watching this video, and good luck to everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.